Hey y'all, welcome back to another vlog. I'm here with both Stitch and Daisy, and we are headed to Sheridan, Illinois this weekend for the 4th rodeo. Stitch, back up. For the 4th rodeo of the 2026 National Little Britches rodeo season. So I am running barrels and poles on Stitch, and then Daisy's just coming along as a little buddy. So we will see you there.
Make a little noise for the cowgirl from Illinois. It's gonna be Gwyneth Squires.
1-2, that'll be our new leader. Draw 109, Gwyneth Squires on CF Band Freckles.
Junior Drill defending champion is Gwyneth Squires.
Gwyneth Squires is in the arena now.
Okay, so here they are loading up. I am just gonna walk Stitch in, and she's super good at loading, so she just walks right in. And then I loaded Daisy, and Daisy is super good at loading too. Both of them are very nice when it comes to loading, so it makes it super easy. Then I of course gave Gracie a peace offering because she wasn't coming with us and she had to stay home with the goats. Then we were on our way to Spirit Farms. Once we got to the rodeo arena, I did do some exhibitions with Stitch.
Jeez.
So after I got launched into space, I did just a little trot through around the barrels, letting her see everything because we haven't ran here since state finals in March. And I just kind of showed her everything and rode her around, let her see everything, let her feel the ground. And I did stop her and back her up just so she knows she needs to get on her hind end. After I finished cruising her through, I just went back over and I fixed all the things that I needed to fix. So cooked when she came out.
Yeah. What's up, Dragon Lady? She's like, oh, I remember this place.
Once we were done with our exhibitions, I decided to quickly unsaddle her and just let her and Daisy roll, and then I did my night chores. I was all done with my chores, we watched a jackpot that was going on, and I read my book, and then I went to bed. In the morning, here I was getting Stitch's Lasix all ready. Don't mind how crazy my hair was. I slept in heatless curls, so it would get all nice and curly for the morning. After Stitch got her Lasix and electrolytes, and she was just had her magnet blanket on, we just kind of walked both of the girls around to get a little bit of a stretch, and then we went and ran poles.
Would have been 22.742 with the down pole. That's going to go to a 27.742.
So unfortunately we did knock a pole, but here's the breakdown of our pole run. So I could have came in with a little bit more shape, and I could have rode her hip up to the pole a little bit more. And then when we got through here, I could have drove her hind end a little bit more, and I could have jockeyed her a little bit better, but it is what it is. Here when we got to the end pole, I should have sat and used a little bit more outside leg. I also should have drove her out of that pocket a little bit better, and here is where we messed up and knocked. I should have just kept driving her, and I just instead got in her face, and I was riding her front end instead of her hips.
That'll take us down to draw number 9, Alyssa Brown.
So here's a breakdown of our barrel run. I could have used a little bit more leg and dropped my hand. And here we didn't get our lead change until right about here. And she did stumble a little bit, but I should have just dropped my hand and squeezed with my leg and used a little bit more outside leg. Here I did not ride her hip up to the barrel, and we kind of just shouldered it, and I should have just rode her hip up there. And then once we started untacking, Stitch left me this awesome surprise from our run, so I'm so thankful for that, Stitch. And then here I am just walking Daisy around just so she can get some exercise. Oh, Daisy, you're being so good. So then Daisy had to go into the indoor because I did not want to have to deal with a loose horse running in an open field on the rodeo grounds. So we did end up talking to 2 different farriers and a couple of the families I rodeo with about whether we should run her or not, and we did decide to run her just to see how it went, and if she got sore then we would stop running her for the weekend.
Go, go. Sit. Look up. Feet. Use your feet. Sit. Look up. It's up.
Our final junior boy breakaway roper, Stacy Gray.
There we go. There we go. Sit. Now go. Go, go, go.
23.263 for Gwyneth. Grace.
So here's the breakdown of our pole run. It was nowhere near perfect, and you could tell that Stitch wasn't feeling 100%, but we were able to come in there nicely, and I rode her hip a little bit better, but I should have rode her hip a little bit more. Although I could have rode it a little bit better. Here I should have picked up on my rein and just moved her over a little bit better, but a lot better from the previous rodeo weekends. And I could have rode her a little bit better through the poles as well.
Let's go. 1196 for Nate, and a 16-190.
So right after this run, I could tell that she was just not feeling 100% because of her shoe, and I decided to pull her out of the rodeo for the rest of the weekend and run Daisy on Sunday. There's definitely a few rider errors, but I feel like the majority of the issues were because of her missing shoe. So here I was riding Daisy after the rodeo on Saturday night just to see how she was feeling and if I wanted to run her. And I did decide that I am going to run her on Sunday. So here I am just untacking her. In the morning, we did end up getting Stitch beamered just to help her feel her best, and then I got the magnet blanket on Daisy so she feels good and all ready to run. So, as expected, our run was nowhere near perfect, but it was still better than not being able to run at all. Daisy hasn't ran barrels or poles since the beginning of August, and she has been mostly just doing beginner lessons and trail riding. There were definitely a few spots where I could have jockeyed her better, but overall I was happy with this run. I definitely had a few rider errors, but I'm still so proud of Daisy for being able to make a run, even though she hasn't been properly conditioned or ran very recently. Then we packed up and we were on our way home. Don't forget to check out my website filled with all sorts of information about training, lessons, boarding, and all sorts of different things. And I also have Instagram and TikTok with exclusive reels and fun videos. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for horsey reels and rodeo videos focused on mostly barrel racing, but all sorts of different horsey things.